descending from the tribe of Africa, inspired by the great black leader.
Vainglorious, this is protected by the red, the black, and the green, with a key. Zoom.
Dr. Ben, can you tell me if there's been any further studies on the genealogy of the pharaohs? I remember reading something about you stating that they were from Libya and from Africa.
They were pharaohs of Egypt from many places, and then at a point they were pharaohs of Egypt from outside Egypt. For example, from the first dynasty, and that's what we call the king Pharaoh. When Nama defeated King Nama defeated King Scorpion. From that time, the king of the United Land, the United Egypt, was called Pharaoh. At certain time, they even call him king. Now, from that time to the last king of Egypt, which was not even a king, it was a queen. So from Nama until the last monarch, which was Cleopatra the seventh, the daughter of Ptolemy the 12th. You see what I did there at last? You can't just say Cleopatra. You got to say which one, because there were 7 Cleopatra and 15 Ptolemies. And the one that people most speak about is Cleopatra the 7th, the daughter of Ptolemy the 12th. Now, from the first dynasty to the end of the 12th dynasty, you have nothing but African pharaohs. Pharaohs who came from what was called then Waset. The Greeks had come and changed that to Thebes. Today the Arabs call it Luxor. Then you have from different parts along the Nile and even in Thanis and so forth. In the 12th, the destruction of the 13th dynasty was by a foreign people called the Hyksos. People coming from Asia around the tributary, a little rivulet that connected to the Tigris and Euphrates. They also called themselves shepherd kings. They came with a leader by the name of Salatis. They penetrated Egypt from the coast, the Great Sea, which was now called the Mediterranean, all the way before in the north to a place called Abyss, where they established their capital. That's still in the delta. It is not even as far south as modern-day Cairo. They were repulsed in the 7th dynasty by a southern pharaoh by the name, a southern king by the name of Amus, A-H-M-U-S-C. Amus was killed during that battle and was succeeded by his son Thutmose first. Thutmose first was replaced by his daughter, who took the throne from her little brother, who was supposed to be legally it, but she was a woman where he was a boy. She became the only woman king in the world. She gave herself the title Queen King, wore a beard, put on a false beard like a man, put on men's clothing. Her name was Makare Hatshepsut. Her son finished the pushing out of these people, these foreign people, otherwise the Hyksos, and by this time we are in the 18th dynastic period. Another group of people came in and ruled, and that was the Ethiopians and the Nubians. But before they came in to rule, there was still another foreign group, and that was a group of people called the Assyrians. Have nothing to do with Syria. The leader of the Assyrian was a man called Ashurbanipal. Ashurbanipal took over in 714 before the Common Era, the 25th dynasty. He they ruled and was pushed out by the Africans again, Nubian kings, and they remained into power until a third group of foreigners also from Asia came. That would be the Persians under the leadership of Cambyses, who was serving Darius I. That would bring us to 525 before the Common Era. The first group of Europeans are to come as conquerors. That would be the Greeks under the leadership of Alexander II, the son of Philadelphus. And that would be in 332. The Greeks, or Macedonian Greeks, ruled until the coming of Augustus the Caesar, and that would be 47, while on the throne was Cleopatra VII, the daughter of Ptolemy the 12th, who called himself the New Paris. And so ended Pharaonic rule. So you had all kinds of people. By the way, the Jews who claimed that they were ruled by the Egyptians that mistreat them, that's a lie, because the time when they came in, the Hyksos was ruling. And when they're supposed to have left, the Hyksos had just lose the leg. So that if they were there, they were collaborators anyhow. Yeah. And were kicked out at a particular time. But there's no mention of such in any Egyptian writing or any other writing of the nations around the area.
Descending from the tribes of Africa, inspired by the great black leaders.
Vainglorious, this is protected by the red, the black, and the green, with a king.